What if I told you that by the end of this video, I can improve your walking for good with one single physical therapy tip? Would you like to know what that is? Well, that tip is simple: strengthen before you stretch. I'm going to show you in this video as well one key muscle that you need to be able to strengthen your walk or improve your walk within 21 days. So stick around, you don't want to miss this. I'm Gavin. I'm a personal trainer and I've been working on my business partner, physiotherapist or physical therapist for the last 8 years. He's also fixed my knees and my shoulders, and I've got a really good working relationship and working knowledge with him. You see, as we get older, our leg strength or your leg strength is declining twice as fast as your upper body strength. And this can lead to poor posture, poor walking, and leaving you vulnerable to basically falling over and slipping. And if you do slip and fall when you're getting a little bit older, you can cause some significant damage. We've had a lot of members in our gym who've come to us for strengthening who have fallen over and broken legs and ankles and wrists and things like that. And something you just do not want to be doing. And the thing is, if you continue to stretch your muscles, it may well give you temporary relief, okay? Because obviously everyone loves a good stretch. But if you don't strengthen those muscles, they're going to be declining and getting weaker. So you must strengthen them before you stretch. And as you can see on the screen, there's a couple of our clients here. You got Nicola, Sharon, Ian. They're all over 50 years old, and they enter these Xterra and Auckland Trail Series runs where they're walking on unlevel footing and mud and steps. And each of these people win their age category of this type of walk every single year. And it's because they come to us, we give them proper programs and strengthening, and they're able to improve their walking far beyond any of the other participants in their age range, which I think is pretty cool. Now, the one exercise I want to share with you has become a staple in many of my clients' programs who are above 50 and 60 and who are all walking, okay? And you can see Manisha up on the video there doing this version of an exercise within the gym environment. But I'm going to give you guys a very simple, basic version of this, which does exactly the same thing with very minimal equipment. In fact, you can do it with just a very simple resistance band. This exercise is called a hip flexor lift. At least that's what I call it anyway. But what you're doing, you're lifting your leg up and you're working on that sole muscle just up in your hip flexor to make it stronger. What on earth does the hip flexor do? So we're going to do a little bit of anatomy before I jump in and show you the exercise. Well, the hip flexor is a muscle that crosses over from the top of your thigh into your hip, and it actually attaches, just up in the back there, okay? In your lower back, into the spine. And what it does is responsible of lifting your leg up, basically this way. If you have weak hip flexors, it makes it difficult for you to lift up your leg, which can also make your leg kind of catch as well. Certainly if you're trying to do outdoor walking and there's steps and there's pavements and there's obstacles and barriers. And it's super important that you're able to lift your leg up high enough to clear any debris on the floor so that you don't trip and fall over, okay? So it's a very important muscle. I mean, obviously the calves, the tibialis anterior are all important muscles. If you can't lift up your leg to walk normally and clear obstacles and walk faster and everything else, it's going to be a big problem. And when you strengthen this hip flex, it actually allows you to walk a little bit further. Because if you think about it, when you lift up your leg and you've got good power and strength, you can actually take a bigger stride, which means not only will you get faster, you become more efficient when you're walking, and you also become more stable as well, which is absolutely pretty cool. Now, the only bit of equipment that you need for this exercise is just a resistance band, something like this. They call these, this is a heavy band you can get from Torpedo 7 or, you know, wherever you can, but they're pretty readily available. And you get different strengths, heavy ones, loose ones, easy ones. You're just going to find one that works for your ability. Okay, so we're going to go through this exercise really simple, okay? It's a hip flexor lift. Need this, okay? So first of all, if you're not very good at balancing, okay, what you're going to grab a chair, okay? And this band is you're literally going to step on it this way, all right? And with the other foot, you're going to step on the inside that way. And this is for balance. If you can do it without balance, even better, but it's going to be there anyway, okay? And all you're going to do, you're going to lift up nice and high. And you're going to feel the muscle. You can stick your thumb in there right there, and you're going to feel it start to light up. The other carryover that you're going to get is that you're going to get a bit of a workout in the front tibialis anterior muscle. Bit of a mouthful to say. But again, this muscle is super important as well for the same reasons I spoke about. Because when you need a hip flexor to lift you up as well. But if your foot is dragging, that's when you can trip over things. So if you can work on that muscle at the same time, it allows you to clear your foot so you can strike the floor. Obviously, this is very exaggerated walking, but you get the idea, okay? Because if you're dragging your feet and you can't lift your leg high enough and your foot drops down, then you're going to have that trip going on, right? So let's get back into it. You're going to stand on the band this way before I knock myself out, and you're going to lift it up. And you're going to hold for 2 seconds, and you're going to lower it back down. You lift, hold for 2 seconds, and lower it back down. And you're going to repeat this 12 to 15 times, okay? If you get to 15 and you can still do 20 or 30, use another band because the band's a little bit too light. Alternatively, if you can't do more than 4 or 5 of these, you may want to use a lighter band, or if a band is too heavy, you just lift up your leg, make sure you go 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and you're going to hold and drop it back down, okay? So these are 2 variations that you have. Then you're going to swap over and you're going to do exactly the same thing. Now, what I expect is over the next 21 days, because these muscles have not been strengthened for a long time, because probably no one's ever shown you this exercise before, they're going to get strong really, really fast. And what is awesome is that, in my experience anyway, is that within about 21 to 28 days, you're going to start seeing significant strength gains with this exercise, and you're going to find that your walking will improve. So you may, if nothing else, be able to walk with a bigger stride, which will mean your walking will be faster, okay? And the other thing I want you to think about as well is that when you're doing this exercise, because this is a bonus tip, if you like, a bonus tip. When people do these exercises, they're looking down at the floor, and you can see my body and posture is all bent over. What I want you to do is fix on a point in front, okay, on the wall somewhere. You can still have the chair if you want to, and you're going to lift up. You can see my whole body is now better, more aligned. My chest is open, I'm able to breathe, and I'm going to drop it back down, okay? This, obviously on one leg, and of course some balance on the other side as well. But if you do that, when you walk, you're a lot more stable, you're a lot more balanced. It's when you're walking like this, is when your whole body is coming towards you. So when you're going to tip over and fall off balance. But if you stand up nice and tall, you find that you're a lot more balanced, okay? A bit of a bonus tip for you. So this exercise is fantastic. I recommend it for anybody that wants to improve their walking. And it was taught to me by my business partner, physiotherapist or physical therapist, as something that I'd never really considered before as a personal trainer. So you can thank my main man, Alex, for that. But what I'd love you guys to do, if you try, let me know in the comments that you're going to try this exercise. Let me know how you go on. Let me know if you've got any struggles or pain or anything else. I'll also say as well that, this may not be suitable for everyone, so do take caution. If you have any pain whatsoever, please stop. We don't want you to hurt yourself even more, and go and speak to an actual physiotherapist or a physical therapist to get some personalized advice, okay? If you enjoyed the video, please let me know. If you find, or if you've got a friend or partner or somebody that may benefit from this kind of video, please share it to them. I'd be very, very grateful. But apart from that, have a fantastic day. I will see you on the next video. Take care.